Today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to plane a piece of timber from sawn to a planed finish like that. This could be used to form a T-halving joint or a corner halving joint, like so. Tools required for this task: a ruler, a tri-square, a pencil, 2 winding sticks, a single pin marking gauge, and a jack plane. Right. For this we need sawn timber, 400 long, 50mm wide, and 38mm thick. Right, place the timber into the vise. Like so. Place the winding sticks at either end of the timber. 1, 2. We sight through one edge to the other. Okay. We can see that this part is higher, so we will need to plane this down. I'm going to set my jack plane to the minimum setting on the plane blade. In the high spot, approximately 2 to 3 shavings.
Right.
Replace the winding sticks to check alignment. That's one thing. This is now true. Right. Plane the timber to smooth the sawn areas. Okay, here we go. Check alignment with winding sticks. Position the tri-square on the planed area to check for squareness. One, 2, 3.
Right, let me just...
Place timber in vise and plane unsquare edge.
Go.
Oh, much. Okay. Oh. About 7 times this shit, isn't it? Yeah, still want some more. Now I'm going to be playing this edge here, actually, so it's because I know it's still wants more. Right, so I'm going to stop that. So just do that there. I'm just trying to mark it from about there. because I know that the rest of it I need to go a bit more. So I'll start from there and then.
Do what you're doing.
So I'm just going to go through. And then 1 or 2 shavings. So it's a little bit off, but that's one more planing now. So it's just that little fraction.
Different angles.
More shavings, one shaving. There'll be one more for luck. Oh no.
What does it go?
Mark the face side and face edge of the 2 planed areas. Like so. Yeah, it's like it's an F, isn't it? Face side, and we call this a face edge symbol there.
Right, you on.
Right. Using the ruler, measure the timber and decide on a convenient size. In this case, this is 45 mil. We set our marking gauge to 45 mils. So it's slightly off. Right? So what I've got to do is slightly tweak that. So I don't tighten it fully until I'm happy. That's a bit more. So that's 45 mil there. And then I just tighten this up. And then check it again. We place the timber into the vise. We then gauge the timber to 45 mil width. Okay. And then what I then do is so I'll highlight, I can let it come down here so you can see. Yeah, so I was doing that. And then I'll turn that to there. And then okay, so I can probably highlight that. That's a go here. So students find this quite hard, you see, but if you notice as I'm lifting it up, they tend to do it all in one go. You can't do it all in one go, you have to do it a bit at a time. And then that's ready for planing. That's the next. Okay, so put it in the vise. So we now plane to the marking gauge lines.
Yeah.
So plane set to the minimum. See what I mean? If that was bigger. Some more. What's it? Oh, hello. So, what I'm doing now is planing to my gauge line and checking that I'm aware of how much I've got to plane. Yeah, to. So all the time I'm looking at the gauge line and saying to myself, where it's gauged, that this is how much I need to either loosen plane or not plane at all on both sides. So you do it on both sides. So one more shaving, I would say.
What's on here?
So planing, nicely set finely, just planing to my gauge line. I'm nearly there. That's it. That's it. Maybe a little bit there actually. Look, there's a little bit there. Look. A little bit there. A little bit there. Look. Yeah. That little bit there. Right. I think that'd be it now.
Ow.
Right, so take it out. So this is the width. I'll just highlight that because that's what we need. Done the width now. This is 45mm wide. Okay. So now gauge the thickness to a convenient size. In this case, is going to be 30mm. Here we are. 30. Yeah, 30 is good. Yeah. Yeah, there. So tighten that up. Now gauge the thickness to 30mm. Okay, so we're going to then go and then I'm going to highlight here. It just shows me where. Take this out. Am I going too fast? Come back down. So we've got work gauge 30mm all the way around like that, and there, and then it's going to be placed like this. Tweak the blade a bit. Oh, that's retract the blade a bit, I think.
One.
So every so often, just be mindful of over watching your gauge line when you're playing in, that you don't actually go beyond the gauge lines. Yeah, so that's a reference in relation to how much that you are going to make sure that you don't go over your gauge line. So every so often, just check that you are, because that's the only reference that you have. Okay. So when sometimes I'm planing, I'm feeling it's planing too much. All I'm doing there, when you see me, is really retracting the plane back, yeah, so that I'm not having too much blade sticking out. So that's what I'm doing when I'm twiddling around here. Is this really bringing the plane back? You don't want it the full setting, because you're just not going to get enough control. This is probably about the most, like I've got here. Look. But again, same time, I'm looking at the gauge line. Oh, that's getting kind of. But yeah, you're quite right. So look, mindful again. I'm looking the other side, because sometimes you can play more on one side than the other. So I'm looking like I'm playing more on that side than on this side. Nearly getting there. Nearly. Oh. That's it now. So now just tweaking it a bit more. Now I'm not cutting anything, so it's nothing. So just tweak it a bit more there. I just want a little fine shaving like that. And that's it really. That's it. Done. Right, so the blade, if you turn it clockwise, the blade should come forward. So the blade goes out. And then if you go anti-clockwise, the blade should retract in.
So that's what you was doing when you was playing?
That's why, yeah, when I was playing, I was taking off too much. So if you take off the minimum, which is that, so just as you see the blade showing, that's probably the minimum. And just try it. If it's a bit stiff, you don't want that. So you just retract the blade some more, and then that will let it glide, and just thin shavings like that. Like this, yeah. Now, just recapping, so what we've done now, we're playing the timber from what we call a sawn state to a planed all round, prepared piece of timber by using our winding sticks, using the tri-square to check that it's square from that face, our face side. Then what did I do? I prepared the width first, which is 45, using the marking gauge. Setting the marking gauge to 45, playing that to give us our thickness, which is this. Then I set my gauge to 30 to do the thickness, gauge those thicknesses, making sure the face stop touches the face side when I'm gauging this around. And then here we have a prepared piece of timber from sawn to planed all round, as it's called, PAR. So in theory, all those sides should be square to one another, like that. And yeah, the opposite sides. And there we have it. Now it's your turn to have a go.